I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Only the self-sufficient stand alone. Most people follow the crowd and imitate. Always be yourself. Express yourself. Have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. All fixed set patterns are incapable of adaptability or pliability. The truth is outside of all fixed patterns. Be like water making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. Empty your mind. Be formless. Shapeless, like water. Using no way as a way, and having no limitation as limitation. Obey the principles without being bound by them. To me, the extraordinary aspect of martial arts lies in its simplicity. The easy way is also the right way. It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials. A good teacher protects his pupils from his own influence. Art calls for complete mastery of techniques developed by reflection within the soul. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who had practiced one kick 10,000 times. Be self-aware, rather than a repetitious robot. All knowledge leads to self-knowledge. For it is easy to criticize and break down the spirit of others, but to know yourself takes a lifetime. Relationship is understanding. It is a process of self-revelation. Relationship is the mirror in which you discover yourself. Ever since I was a child, I have had this instinctive urge for expansion and growth. To me, the function and duty of a quality human being is the sincere and honest development of one's potential. Time means a lot to me because you see I am also a learner and am often lost in the joy of forever developing. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. If you always put limits on everything you do, physical or anything else, it will spread into your work and into your life. There are no limits. There are only plateaus, and you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. If you think a thing is impossible, you'll only make it impossible. Mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. Don't fear failure. Not failure, but low aim is the crime. In great attempts, it is glorious even to fail. Defeat is not defeat unless accepted as a reality in your own mind. If you don't want to slip up tomorrow, speak the truth today. Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Words are energy and they cast spells. Change the way you speak about yourself, and you can change your life. Take no thought of who is right or wrong, or who is better than. Be not for or against. Love is like a friendship caught on fire. In the beginning a flame, very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only light and flickering. As love grows older, our hearts mature and our love becomes as coals, deep burning and unquenchable. Real living is living for others. In order to control myself, I must first accept myself by going with and not against my nature. Not being tense but ready. Not thinking but not dreaming. Not being set but flexible. Liberation from the uneasy sense of confinement. It is being wholly and quietly alive, aware and alert, ready for whatever may come. As you think, so shall you become. The spirit of the individual is determined by his dominating thought habits. The possession of anything begins in the mind. Effort within the mind further limits the mind because effort implies struggle towards a goal, and when you have a goal, a purpose, an end in view, you have placed a limit on the mind. Preparation for tomorrow is hard work today. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. To spend time is to pass it in a specified manner. To waste time is to expend it thoughtlessly or carelessly. But once past, it is gone forever. Take things as they are. Punch when you have to punch. Kick when you have to kick. The great mistake is to anticipate the outcome of the engagement. You ought not to be thinking of whether it ends in victory or defeat. Let nature take its course, and your tools will strike at the right moment. The less effort, the faster and more powerful you will be. Everything you do, if not in a relaxed state, will be done at a lesser level than you are proficient. The stillness in stillness is not the real stillness. Only when there is stillness in movement does the universal rhythm manifest. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Moving, be like water. Still, be like a mirror. Respond like an echo. The meaning of life is that it is to be lived, and it is not to be traded and conceptualized. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Many people dedicate their lives to actualizing a concept of what they should be like, rather than actualizing themselves. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. Knowledge earns you power, character earns you respect. In Buddhism, there is no place for using effort. Just be ordinary and nothing special. You cannot force the now. You can never invite the wind, but you must leave the window open. If there is a God, He is within. You don't ask God to give you things, you depend on God for your inner theme. Forget about winning and losing. Forget about pride and pain. A quick temper will make a fool of you soon enough. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Bring the mind into sharp focus and make it alert so that it can immediately intuit truth. It's like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory. Bruce Lee was far more than a martial artist. He was a pioneer who bridged Eastern wisdom with Western ambition. To the world, he was lightning speed, sharp movements, and unmatched charisma. But behind every motion was a deep philosophy, a relentless pursuit of truth, simplicity, and self-mastery. He challenged conventions, rejected rigid traditions, and taught that the highest form of strength was not in resistance but in adaptability. His words, just like his movements, carried a punch. Bruce Lee's legacy is not simply about combat. It is about the art of living, about becoming formless, shaping oneself without limits, and carving a path defined by authenticity, courage, and purpose.